Hi, everybody. So, the last part of this series is on trauma bonding. And that's what all the previous videos are leading up to. This one, I think, is going to be fairly short, sweet, and to the point. But we'll see if I end up rambling or if I end up saving you some time. Trauma bonding is when you feel a bond or a connection uh, to an abuser because of a previous trauma. Um, this is going to be an unpopular statement, what I'm about to say. But for male narcissists, they like to go for girls who have quote unquote daddy issues. For girls who have been previously subjected to sexual abuse and being molested, they are, by the numbers, certainly not every single one, they are they can be extra sensitive to this type of abuse if they're being abused sexually again. Um, this pattern can be seen very clearly when the narc, the abuser in the situation, is someone who's married and telling their victim that they're not happy with their marriage, that they're trying to leave the marriage, that they want to leave, that they've never been happier, so they're happy with somebody, and they wanted to stay because of the children, but they realize now that they've met somebody that and they now know what happiness really is, and they want to try and pursue that, um, and that makes it okay because they're leaving their spouse, right? Their old marriage is dead, right? They found something in you that has rekindled their feeling of fun and their desire to be happy, right? And they're going to be leaving their spouse any minute now, right? Yeah, I'm definitely leaving. I'm definitely in the process of leaving. Some unexpected stuff came up with my child. I can't leave just yet. This would be a really bad time for my kid. Just be patient. I'm working this out. There's kids involved, and I don't want to damage my children if it can be helped. So, I'm working on it. I'm still working on it. Turns out my kid's okay, but now the dog just died, and they're all upset. I can't be like, oh, sorry, the dog died. I'm leaving. I can't do that to them. So just I'm working on it. I'm trying, and really, the honest to God truth is, they're just fucking you, and they're telling you all this shit to get you to drop your pants. Um, and I can promise you, after they're done fucking you, they leave. They laugh like, "What a dumbass, what a dumb bitch." She believes that shit. And they even go and they brag to their wingmen about it too. They got wingmen that will cover it. That's part of triangulation. You get a group of liars, a group of narcissists together. They all wing and cover for each other. So then they can basically use each other for triangulation. And they're all fine with this because, hey, you know what? If I'm gonna help Bob get some pussy on the side, I'm gonna help him. And he'll help me because I want some side pussy too. So it goes two ways, and Bob will back it up. As a matter of fact, here, let's go out and let's meet Bob by sheer coincidence at a bar. And excuse me, Bob, I need to run to the restroom. And be like, so, how much do you know about Bob? Did he told you about the dog? Yeah, that's real sad. I know, I was there. So you get this third person being triangulating now, and it sells the story a lot more now, doesn't it? So back to the topic at hand, the trauma bonding. If you have been subjected to a similar trauma in the past, it's familiar territory for you, and you have, like, if you were in a narcissistically abusive home, say you had narcissistic parents, and you had to deal with them, there's still a level of familiarity that comes with it. And even whenever you're trapped in the abuse, you feel strangely at home and strangely comfortable with it because you know the patterns. I know there's going to be an explosion on Thursday, probably, because he just apologized on Sunday. That seems to be about the way it goes. Not on a Friday night, but it usually comes the day before a weekend. So it'll come on a Thursday night, so then he can justify going out with his buddies on Friday night, you know? There's another word for it. It's called the Stockholm Syndrome, and that's where you see people in hostage situations bond to their captors and even defending their captors. If you're a hostage and your captors are trying to get away and you're all being shot at, and you pick up a gun and you shoot at whoever's shooting at you in your hostage because you don't want to die, and at that moment your captor is defending you and themselves by shooting at this unseen assailant, so you pick up and you shoot too. That's Stockholm Syndrome. A rational thing to do would be to beat the guy over the fucking head with a rock and run. But you don't do that. Instead, you pick up a gun and you fight for your life alongside your captor. Then after you're done and they keep you in handcuffs, you're like, why the fuck did I do that? So, yeah. That's where all of this that's where all of this leads. If you have a history of trauma or a history of abuse, it makes you a prime target for this particular abuse cycle. It's it's just familiar. If you grew up and all you knew was abuse, you're not familiar with big happy families where the Leave It to Beaver type get-togethers, the barbecues, the white picket fence, the neighbors coming over, everybody baking cakes and having a birthday party for Billy, and then later, 2 hours later, it's the birthday party for little Johnny, like 3 doors down. Fun, happy suburbia life just doesn't make sense to you. How can these people be so happy? How can they just be so oblivious? This doesn't make sense. It's strangely uncomfortable. And here you are around all of these happy people who are happy, laughing, smiling, and it's all completely foreign to you. Because you've never known it. And you're scared to participate in those types of things because it's so unfamiliar. You're going to end up going in and, laughing at the wrong time, and then everybody kind of sort of looks at you like, what the fuck's wrong with that person? Right? You're going to laugh at the wrong time, or you're not going to laugh at the right time, or you're just going to be uncomfortable, and people are going to, notice and be like, are you okay? Why are you so uncomfortable? Are you not having fun? Is everything okay? Did you get enough confetti? You're like, oh, yeah, I got plenty of confetti. I'm fine. I'm just amazed that people can be happy like this for no apparent reason whatsoever. So, anyways, that's trauma bonding. If you have a history of trauma or abuse, maybe you grew up with some controlling parents, maybe some abusive parents, verbally, physically, emotionally. I grew up with controlling parents. I grew up with a controlling father. He would control my mother through us kids. So he'd punish my mom for being disobedient by punishing us. Sorry, I really feel bad about having to punish the boys, but I told you this would happen. It has to happen because you broke the rules. We have rules for a reason, and so now this has to happen. That was the kind of life I grew up with. That was the kind of abuse that I got subjected to, coincidentally, by a narcissist who grew up with a narcissistic parent, and that was all she knew too. So, yeah, there you go. Anyways, do please like, comment, or share if you've got any thoughts or comments. Do please share them below. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. This is the end of the series, so I hope you found it useful, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much.